on the previous episode.
Is the training market still down, right? It hasn't rebounded. Well, the problem is there is no real demand. Like, what is there to do with training, to be honest? What is up, YouTube? Episode 87 of the No Money Spent. Gonna be a lot going on in this video, a long video. We got team builders, Gridiron Forge, kind of some market updates, and it's gonna be capped off with probably the most exciting game I've been involved with, a weekend league gameplay. Yes, I am trying to go for top 100 this week. I've basically taken a month off of weekend league. Gonna be going at it again this weekend, but let's hop in, and I'm gonna show you all 64 of the 88 team builders. I'm really just gonna talk about my general thoughts on the promo or the content drop itself. And EA Sports, great idea, terrible execution in my opinion. These 88 overall team builders are only really usable for people that run 50 out of 50 specific basically theme teams, and I don't really like doing that because you basically just have to wait for EA to drop a card for your your preferred team. So in terms of the 88s, they're pretty much just backups for any 25 out of 25 theme team. And why? Because they won't basically replace a starter because they're 88 overall. If they were 90 overall and you power them up to 91, they'd be probably starters on no money spent teams, on theme teams. But 88 overall, it's pretty much just a glorified backup, a more expensive backup. Just buy a silver for 1,000 coins if you need that chemistry. That's really my issue. And you also can't get those tier 3 abilities because they only power up to 89. EA Sports should have made him an 89 overall or a 90 overall to at least make him viable for those 25 out of 25 theme teams in my opinion. But there is some really good things to come out of this, and that really being the low elite market. 83s have basically gone from 6 to 5,000 all the way up to about 12 to 13,000, and then the 80 to 81 cards or 80 to 82s have gone from pretty much 4,000 to 7,000, which really the biggest beneficiary of this is the gap pack. The gap pack method now is amazing because you used to be able to, if you pulled a core elite, you get 3,000 to 4,000 coins. Now you get 7,000 coins. You can put golds into those 80 to 82 core elites because you can get the power-ups out of those like JC Horn. But it just makes pretty much the golds worth more, the low elites worth more. And that's pretty much the entire gap pack, kind of how you make coins is you got to make coins off those high golds, those low elites, and the power-ups. And it just basically amplifies that method. So I would really look into doing the gap pack method right now. It's in its probably prime, I'd say. We also did get Gridiron Forge 3. It seems they're doing this like once a month. The next ones will be, it actually said December 5th is for when the next Gridiron Forge, but we got a pretty dope card, and I'll show it on the screen right now. It will be a little bit blurry from Twitter, but Jalen Phillips, I do have a soft spot for him. He was a former UCLA Bruin, did transfer out, but he's from Cali, homegrown kid. Really, really good card as well. He's in like the likes of Lawrence Taylor, Ted Hendricks. I mean, 90 speed. He's a pass rusher. He's pretty much like a Ted Hendricks, like a Lawrence Taylor that I play on my outside ends. That's where he's going to play. So I probably am going to be trying to fit him into my lineup. Do have 25 out of 25 for 2 teams, so it's a little bit hard, but I should be able to get him in. Kind of maybe have to get rid of it, back up the tackles, something like that. But let's hop in now to the overall market and the training market itself. And everyone pretty much yesterday in Discord, in my comments was just like, training is so low, training is so low. I feel like we should be buying training. And yes, I do think it is never bad to pretty much buy training when there is a crash, and especially trying to snipe, because it's a lot easier to snipe when people are panicking, selling basically 89s, 90s, 87s, and stuff like that. My problem is, and I said it in yesterday's video, and why I didn't basically just go completely all out, throw all my coins into training, was there is not a demand for training. There is nothing that is going to push the price back up this weekend, pretty much. Yes, there is Rising Stars next week, but that's pretty much the only thing that's going to push training back up. And even on Tuesday Team of the Weeks, we see training drops on every Tuesday. So I don't know if it'll be basically, you pretty much are relying that you're going to be buying training right now on last Thursday and this Friday, and you're hoping it's going to go up Saturday and Sunday and Monday. The problem is there's nothing to make training go up. Who is buying training right now to do veteran packs? No. Heavyweights? No. It's pretty much only for your team. There's not a reroll. So training is not basically, it's just down, and I just can't see it going back up until we have a more demand and there's something to use training for. But that's my thoughts on the training market. Yes, it's always good to pick up snipes, but that's really my thought process behind people were wondering like, why is training so low? Why has it gone up? Well, there's just simply no demand. Hopping into the limited time investments, and I've kind of passed over it. I can't express how much I like the Terron Armstead investment right now. I was saying under 500,000. He's comfortably at 450,000. He's been 400,000 at some points in today. And anytime you're a limited time card, you're the highest overall or the best player at your respective position, especially offensive linemen where they don't get upgrades that frequently. We've seen Rodney Hudson go from 400K to 900K. We've seen Leo Collins go from 700K to 1.2 mil. That is what limited time offensive linemen basically do on the market. And Terron Armstead is $450,000 for the best left tackle in the game. You see, I picked one up for $463. Got a little trolled on the price. My friend basically gave me a wrong. I did not see that they were going for $400,000 20 minutes earlier, so I picked one up for $430,000. But I can't express how much I like anything under $450,000 for Terron Armstead. This card will be $600,000 plus by Sunday night. By Monday, he will. I promise you, he will be 600,000 coins. You could book it. Offensive lineman, the highest overall at their position. He is going to be 600,000 coins easily, probably more by Sunday night. It's the easiest investment. The only problem I have is I only have 1.5 mil, and I have been selling off a couple of T.Y. Hiltons, Jay-Z Horns at a good price, basically, because they haven't moved. Their limited price has gone down a little bit, but it hasn't moved altogether. So I've basically been trying to get as many coins, and you'll probably see in tomorrow's episode, I'm going to have 0 coins, and hopefully I have at least 5 Terron Armsteads. I already have 1, but that's more just for my team. But looking at my auctions, really, you've seen I've been trying to sell off the limiteds, my bids. I did pick up a couple of, like, investment, I guess you could say, snipes, but I was able to sell them overnight, like a Derrick Henry for 92. I sold for 118. Just stuff really like that, quick flipping overnight. Was playing the new Call of Duty last night. Wasn't on, but I did play a bunch of weekend league games last night. Played a bunch of weekend league games today, and that's what we are gonna get into. You see the lineup. I actually did not have Terron Armstead in for this game. It is still gonna be Joe Thomas, but I did list up Joe Thomas just now, waiting for him to sell. But really, there was a lot of pressure on me on this game because I started out actually 1-1 in weekend league. I choked in my second game. I basically threw a pick 6 to end the half when I was getting ball to start the second half. It was a really, really, really bad mistake. So a lot of pressure going into this game. I played 1-4-1, so I was 2-1. And if you want to get basically top 100, by the way, a lot of people probably new and haven't actually seen me play Madden, let me know if you want to see actual more and more gameplay. Weekend league, highly competitive games. I'm not going to show really my blowouts, but more just my interesting games. This one ends up being pretty damn cool, but you pretty much have to start 9-1 or 8-2 to have a chance to get top 100, give you some life to get into that. But we're going to hop in now, of course. He already has scored. He was running more of a spread offense, kind of attacking the seams of my cover 3, and then on defense was running 2-4-5 odd. Pretty much everyone at the line of scrimmage, and I did finally, you'll see me a lot motion my tight end to the weak side of the formation to pick up the blitz. Was starting to work out, but the intentional grounding on our first drive kind of threw us off. And 3rd and 24 and 4th and 24 now, I always believe when you're backed up basically inside your own 20, it doesn't matter what 4th down is, just go for it. Because if you punt the ball, let's say to their 40-yard line, they only need about 2 first downs to get into field goal range. So I'd rather just get sacked or get an incompletion there, get them trapped inside my 15, and that is the hardest basically possible point for our opponent to score is in the we all know Madden, it's extremely hard to score in the red zone compared to in between the 20. So I'd rather just pin him basically in my 20 and try to get a stop, and that's exactly what we do. So just like that though, down 10-0. We do get ball at half, but we finally started to pick up the blitz more and more and kind of attack his cover 2 shell. That was the play he was coming out, and every time he would make little adjustments here and there, but it was a base cover 2. 2nd and 11 now after the deep wheel route. Josh Allen, I mean, if you have Josh Allen, you probably know you get like 5 inaccurates a game. It's really absurd. But 3rd and 11 now, we're just going to try to get as many yards as we can. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 4. At this point, this is probably the game, to be honest. If I don't get this, I could go down 17-0 at the half. But 4th and 4, Josh Allen. We pick up the pressure on the right side. We like to call me, my friends, Binky Boy, because he wears a binky, a pacifier, goddamn pacifier as his mouth guard in real life. Doesn't matter, but DK Metcalf or Binky Boy is going to be prevalent in this game. We'll go later into that. But down 10-7. We need a stop, or at least to hold him to 3 before the end of the half. And finally, our pressure is starting to get him. When the running spread and he has a running back on the route, I should get pressure because I'm sending basically 6 in the first 5 seconds. So I just got to play coverage for kind of like basically take away his 1st and 2nd read, and then it's basically the play over. 1st and 10 though, now bound in my red zone. I get stuck pretty much on the offensive line, so he's going to take it down to the 5-yard line. And then 1st and goal, he had been driving the entire time. Probably could have ran the ball in. Ed Reed gets the interception. Life is in our team now. We just got a resurrection. 10-7 now. And with 10 seconds left, I have 3 timeouts. He has none. He just comes out in that same cover 2 shell. He actually manned up Randy Moss there, but Mike Gaines probably got 94 speed. My Randy Moss has 96, so he's just not going to be able to stay on a streak, especially when pressed. So just like that, 14-10, we do get Paul again, like I said, to start the second half, so we're in business, man. At this point, points are pretty much secure us almost a win. A touchdown basically guarantees us. 2nd and 1, gonna roll out playmaker DK up the field, lofted over his user Divine Diablo, and just like that, we are down to the 11-yard line, but the red zone is always a tricky spot. On 2nd and 1, he's gonna run commit. Nothing. I was just looking to both flats, and both flats pretty much had a guy standing there waiting for a pick six, so I throw it away. Don't know how that was intentional grounding. I mean, I threw it right over Derrick Henry's head, but that's pretty much just going to kill the drive just like it did on our first possession of the game, and just like that, it's only 17-14, but again, our pressure more and more times is starting to come in against that spread look. He kind of switched a bunch, still was not picking it up, but on 3rd and 10, I left my hard flat on the right side. I put him in a yellow to kind of take away that 10-yard dig, and he's just going to check down a very smart play, but on 2nd and 10, should have probably had a better user there, got in front of TJ Hushmanzada, but whenever, you know Madden, whenever you basically drop an interception, the next play is not going to go your way. 3rd and 10, he's going to hit Devin Hester, and now 2nd and goal. Basically gonna have to make another red zone stop. First play, we basically have the running back manned up by herself, but a great play from JC Horn on the curl route concept, is able to get the swat. In 3rd and goal, kind of same thing. We're just playing cover 2, looking for the running back because that's all he's been covering. He is gonna make a throw down to Darren Waller to get him inside the 5, and he is gonna be going for it. And I'm just here, y'all could watch. Immaculate reception 5.0. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. Just like that, should have been maybe a pick 6, and it's 17-17, but we are going to have to go on a little bit of money drive. Going to play some new music. Haven't done this in a while. 17-17, the first play basically out of that. Don't even know what to call it. We're going to hit a deep post. 2nd and 3, Derrick Henry is going to get himself into the end zone. So, pretty much, we just need a stop for... Oh, shit, I haven't... You'll wait, you'll see the music. The hype music starts to build, but 24-17 now. He's on his own money drive, and here we go. Cue the music. We're going to need pretty much one stop to ice this game, but we both have been driving up and down the field pretty much the entire game, and again, Darren Waller over the seam. We are not able to not have the deep halves that time. Jesse Bates has been useless. I don't know if he got nerfed since the strat card, but 2nd and 9 now. Again, he's going to go back to the curl routes, and Ed Reed almost makes the play of the year, but it's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 9. He's going to hit the out route against a 20-yard cloud flat. Felt like JC Horn should have played that. And then 2nd and goal. Pressure finally, and he gets sacked. I thought this was the game. 3rd and goal now. We can pretty much just play coverage, just protect the end zone, force a 4th down. Only one timeout left, and about the laziest user you could ever have. Don't know why I was so fixated really on the running back when the backside crossing route was wide open. So 24-24 now, one timeout left, and really the first couple plays of this drive, we are going to get boxed like crazy. First down, we're going to have to throw it away. 2nd down, you always see me motion, by the way, my tight end to the left side to pick up the blitz, but he started just running max coverage, only sending 3, and there was nothing open there. So 3rd down and 10. At this point, I'm still in 4-down territory, and we're going to hit the flat to Jared Cook. Can I get around the edge? Yes, and we're able to get out of bounds. So again, we're now back in business. Things are flowing, and when I say the catch of the year by DK Metcalf, I'm going to slow it down. I've never seen this animation before. One-handed, 1 foot, 2 foot, Tony toe tap, shades of Antonio Brown in his prime. DK Metcalf is all but going to seal it. Needed to get to about the 31 for me to be comfortable in field goal range. We're actually going to run the ball, pick up 4, call our last timeout, and at this point, I'm just rolling out to the right. If I get pressured, I throw it away. Don't really want to force anything. Going to playmaker up for the blocking, and Josh Allen, we are just going to run out of bounds. And if you know me, if you watched any of my gameplays, I am a really good ice kicker. That is going to be the game. Immaculate reception 5.0. Basically 3 money drives, 2 from me, 1 from him, but that's going to seal this game 27-24, and that's going to be all for this No Money Spent episode. Discord link is in the description. Comment if you have any questions about the market or anything, team building. Like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know, by the way, if you guys enjoyed the gameplays. I'll try to fit them more and more at the end of my videos. Subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.